was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Saved by the bell. Goes to his corner. The whole world is like that. That's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's going to just hammer it. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope. You can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. The world was shocked. Goliath has been knocked down. What happened? And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply, like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was going to be Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. Buster Douglas had a decision to make. But his mother died. He can die with his mother. Or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than his feet. His why was greater than his trial and his tribulation. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is, and your why isn't strong, you're going to get knocked out every single day.
So, this is considered actually one of the greatest defeats of all time. What are we doing here, Ashley? When Mike Tyson had never been knocked out before, and Buster Douglas knocked him out. So, the first thing to think about is, what did Buster Douglas do? Obviously, he had a goal, and his goal was to win the fight, to knock out Mike Tyson. But what was his chances of making that happen? So my question to you today is, do you have goals? We talk about goals all the time, but do you have them somewhere? Do you look at them every day? Do you have them written down? Have you filled out your CGI calculator to see what you need to do on a daily basis? If you haven't, then contact me, contact Corey. We can help you with that. But first of all, you got to have a goal and you got to know where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. So that's the first thing. So Buster Douglas, his goal was to knock out Mike Tyson. But the second thing he did is he shared that goal. He told his mom, I'm going to go, I'm going to knock out Mike Tyson. His mom believed it. So his mom became his accountability partner. So in your goals, who's your accountability partner? Is it your spouse? Is it, who is that person for you that you can go to and say, these are my goals. Where am I right now? That's very important. You have to share them. I'll tell you, and I don't know if I've ever shared this story before, but my son came to me in the 9th grade and he said, I think I can be drafted to play professional baseball. And I was like, okay, that was his goal. So what do we need to do to make that happen? So we started talking about, okay, what are your goals? And it's not just all of a sudden one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be in the pros. There's a process to it. The same for you as an agent. So he had a mirror in his bathroom. And on that mirror, he had 5 things. And he looked at it every single day. One said, I want to be an all-state pitcher, all Greater Houston pitcher. I want to be an All-American. I want to be get a D1 scholarship, and I want to be drafted. And every single one of those things happened for him. And it wasn't because he just wished it. It's because he worked at it and he looked at those goals every single day. And every time he accomplished one, he marked it off. But he left them there. And every day it was a reminder to him, what am I looking for? And the thing is, what he said, Buster Douglas, why did he knock Mike Tyson out? He had a huge why. So he had motivation. His motivation was his mother. He just died 2 days earlier. She had told the world that he was going to beat Mike Tyson. So what is motivating you? What's motivating you? We all have a why. We know what that is, but what does that motivation look like? Is it your family? Is it to pay off debt? Is it to have a chalet in France? What does that look like for you? And is it big enough to force you to go out and do what you got to do? So we're halfway through the year. So how do you know if you're ahead, behind? You've got your goals written down, you're looking at them every day, and you know your numbers, which I know a lot of you in here do know your numbers inside and out. You remind us of your numbers, which I love. But what I'm saying is, do you know your numbers and do you know where you stand? Okay, so I'll tell you a simple exercise we were asked to do. And basically it is, take your goal, subtract out where you are right now, divide it by 6. We have 6 months left in this year. That's your gap. Are you behind? Are you ahead? If you're behind, then what's your plan? That's your next step. If you're behind in your goals, what's your next step? What is the plan? What's going to get you there? Do you have to do more lead generation? Do you have to go and talk to 6 more people this week? So what does that plan look like? And write it down. And then go back to your accountability partner and say, look, this is what I got to do to make sure I finish strong this year. And then the second thing is, what if you're ahead? What if you're ahead of your goal? Because I know some of you in here are ahead of your goals. So what do you do then? Do you slack off? Do you take extra vacation? What do you do? Or are you just going to keep pounding it? So this is the best year you have ever had. Because for some of you, it is the best year you've ever had. Because I look at your numbers, so I know. So for some of you, this is the best year you'll ever have. So where are you going to finish that? Are we going to slack up and let somebody catch us, or where are you going to finish that? So at the end of the day, our why and our motivation drives what we do. And some of you guys have really big whys you've shared with me. If you're an experienced agent and you want to consult with me, my door is open. But the next thing I'm going to tell you is if you're a new agent, we have something phenomenal that's coming that is going to change your world. It's going to help you increase your production. It's going to help you cap. And I am so excited to call up John Sherrod, and he is going to talk about a new program that we are going to put in place. Come on up, John. It's called the locker room. So give it up for John. So we are really excited about this, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about it. And we are going to have an information session right after this meeting today. So I'm going to let him talk to you guys a little bit.
You really think I need